pricing your products and services. Hello, episode 395. It's me, John Butt, on the Marketing for Owners podcast. Da-da. I don't normally sing. For those of you that listen regularly, you'll know I can't actually sing, and that's why I'm not usually allowed to. But it's a Friday and the weekend's coming, and I'm hoping it's going to be sunny again because I'm back indoors. By the way, if you are wondering, I'm in Canada now. The other day I was in Deal on the beach in England, but now I'm roughly 5,000 miles away. Again, for those of you that listen regularly, I spend kind of a 5 weeks at home, 6 weeks at home, then a month in Vancouver, 4 or 5 weeks in England, a month in Vancouver, backs and forwards. It is what some would call the internet lifestyle. I have no idea what that means, but the reason is because I've created a self-managing company that is also self-marketing. So in other words, although I still run the business, I still know what's going on and I do turn up, I haven't abdicated my responsibilities. The business runs. I do not hire. I do not fire. I do not set the rules. I do not sign checks. And I don't actually do any of the marketing setup anymore. It's my job to be the visionary, the chairman, the president at the top. And it's my job to come up with strategy. And then my team, my staff, fabulous as they are, put it into action. This you can do too with the little tips I give you at marketingforowners.com. Also, you'll find the Owners Club there. Now, the Owners Club is for business owners and for people who run teams. We don't check if you're an owner or not, but generally for small, medium-sized businesses, the owners would need to know some tips and tricks of modern marketing and modern ways of running a business to make it easy so that you too do not have to stay up half the night working and working weekends. Stuff like that. Anyway, back to what I was here for. We're talking about pricing today. A lot of people ask me about advice for pricing and setup. Now, I have to give, and by the way, sorry, I didn't explain. It's Friday, so it's a weekend challenge. So whilst I'm talking, grab yourself a pad and a pen, or a piece of paper and a pencil, whatever, but preferably not electronic, preferably something to write down. For those of you that are driving or commuting or don't have a pad or pencil or are running, good for you. Then just go later on, go to marketingforowners.com/podcast/395. It'll all be there. You can see the video, the full transcript, the notes, the audio. Oh, it's all there. What more could you ask for? So pricing, with some, it's not as simple as this. You have, so say if you're Tesco's or Walmart, this isn't going to apply to you. But for the majority of us, the 99% of the rest of us, this works. So step one, do not round up or round down your prices. If you are a gardener or a painter and decorator or a builder or something like that, and you come up with a price for someone, and that if you work it out, it comes to, say, £907, don't just say, I'll do it for 900. Or if you come to something that is around about 1,000, don't just say, it's £1,000, because the reason not to round up, not to round down in that way, is because the person at the other end thinks you've just plucked the price out of thin air, because they would like to think that you've added it up and you've calculated it, and you've calculated everything down to the nth degree. The chances of that coming to £1,000 or £100 or whatever is pretty remote, and so they are going to think you've rounded it up. They're going to think, I wonder if it's 923, he's rounded it up. But if you say, or can do a bit more, I'll round it down, that lessens the value, because what you're saying is actual prices, it comes to, so go back to £907, but the money means nothing to me, I'll just knock off £7. No, if it's £907, it's 907. If the customer offers you 900 and you barter, then fine. That gives them a victory and that helps get the sale. But don't do that. Don't round up, don't round down. Please, trust me, this isn't stuff just being made up off the top of my head. This is stuff that works. Now, number two, whatever you plan to charge more. Go higher. The reason for this is because you're going to say, well, that won't work in my industry. And I'll be blunt here. I and many other business advisors and marketers are so tired of people saying, oh, it's different in my industry. We come from all industries, all of them. I sell fire extinguishers online in a product area that has been commoditized. They are red. In the UK, they are red, they are shiny, they have the kite mark, they've all got 5-year guarantees. Quite often, other people selling online are buying from the same supplier and they just undercut. How come we sell more than anyone else? Right? We purposefully, if everyone else was, say, £25 for a product, we'd sell it for 27. And we'd explain why. We don't just go on price. The price is in your head. I'll tell you something about being cheap. So I'm going to ask you, how many people in your trade are selling products in your trade? Of course, I can't hear your answers. So no good shouting out at the phone or whatever you listen to. But say you're saying, I don't know, 500, a couple of thousand. Okay, of all those, only one of them is the cheapest. One single person is the cheapest. And there are others in your vicinity. But all the others have got customers, including you. You're not the cheapest. As soon as you go cheaper, someone will undercut you. Also, I've mentioned that the most expensive one also has customers. So price is in your head. Until you've met your customer and told them how much it is, they had no idea. Charge more. If they say no, that's too expensive, drop your price. But just trust me, send me an email with thank you when you find out that makes you more money and you don't have to work so hard. Honestly. Number 3, go to the end of number series. So when I said don't round up, do go to the end. And what I mean by that is instead of charging, so a number series up to 100, so up to 99, instead of charging 69 or 79 or 89, charge £99. Instead of charging 929, charge 999. You're just wasting. It sounds the same to the customer. They didn't know how much it was before you got there. So don't round up to the 100, but go up to the end. Go up to the end of a series. I don't actually recommend 999. It sounds similar. But don't charge 829. Charge 900 and something. Don't charge £7. Charge £9. Okay, try that. Number 4, add choice options or add options. So when you offer someone a price, they have the option of buying it or saying no. When you offer 3 options, they have to make a choice as which would be their preferred option. And suddenly, no isn't an equation. Now, obviously, some people will still say no, but you will be surprised. There are lots and lots of examples of this. The most common one is, for instance, where someone sells an online product and say it's a video recording or something like that, and they sell the online one for $19. Then they say, or you can buy the physical product, we'll send it to you as a DVD, and that will cost $39. That's an upsell, okay? And then lastly, have the CD and the instant online version right now for $49. Most people in that case will be think people would like to go for the middle one, the CD, which makes you more money, but then they're going to think, oh, for another $10, I can get all of it. And you might be thinking, huh, isn't that the same? But believe me, people will buy that one. Otherwise, if you just gave them the download for $19, they all buy that. Of all the people that buy. Some that buy, so the ones who want to buy that will buy that. But given 2 more options, the ones that also want to buy that will spend more money will spend more money. Cost you nothing. I hope that makes sense. That one is big. Number 5, think continuity. If you offer anything as a product or as a service, try and get someone to pay a regular price to have you come back regularly. If you do landscape gardening, offer a monthly price or a weekly or a whatever price to come back and maintain it, or to come back and provide some service. If you sell a hot tub, offer a price to come and empty and change the water quarterly or to service it. Believe me, I've had a hot tub, people get bored of doing that and will pay. I use myself as an example. We used to pay someone to come and do it, and we had all the equipment, including a pump. It's just easier. If you can afford a hot tub, you can afford that. If you sell someone a car, you make money from the servicing. If you sell someone a fire extinguisher, you make money from the servicing ongoing. Don't just sell a product. Think of something they have to come back for regularly. And number 6, this is the last one. This is important. Think value, not price. Now, I think this is a Warren Buffett quote. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. And that is that, my friend. Your customer will buy value. They will pay what you tell them to pay, they'll perceive. Instead of buying a Ford Mondeo, lots of people want to buy 3 Series BMWs and C-Class Mercedes. They're going to cost them £5,000 or £10,000 more. It's the same thing, it gets them from A to B, but they have done a good job in exuding luxury. It's the same. Fords are brilliant nowadays. I don't have one, but Fords are great. But people want to buy the extra because they've been told it's great. You can do the same. Convince them of the value you offer. Don't just base it on the price. Simple. And there's my tips for pricing. There are many more that will help you. This has been a bit longer, so I'll get straight off. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. I'll be back on Monday.